Hello, my name is Matthew, and you might know I live in a tiny house with two giant cats. I have Andy and Daphne. Andy is the larger, older cat. He's black and brown, and I have Daphne, still a very large cat, but smaller than Andy, and she's a light gray coloring. If you've seen any of my other videos, you might see them roaming around in the tiny house in the background. And I read lots of books. I have floor to ceiling bookshelves, and all of these videos I pretty much talk about the books that I'm reading. And I'm a cat owner. I'm a proud cat owner. I love Andy and Daphne. They're my little friends. But I do recognize that pet owners, probably more so cat owners than dog owners, when they are very proud about their cats, pets, and excited and talk about all the funny things that the cats do throughout the day, I recognize a lot of those stories are pretty boring. They're not incredibly interesting stories. At this point, Andy and Daphne pretty much sleep all day. They have bursts of activity that are typical. They do the same things every day. And my friends and family listen to me drone on about cat stories that I know aren't all that great, but they're special to me. Saying all of that, I'm going to take a risk and tell you a story about the events a few nights ago that involved um, uh, me and Andy in kind of at nighttime. And so there was one evening I was in and out of the house. I was doing some chores, taking things outside, and Andy, of course, he might pay attention to me if he's awake. At the time, he was semi-conscious, just kind of passed out on the footstool over there, actually where he's sleeping right now. And my last time out of the house, going in and out, I finally come back in, and it's late enough. It's completely dark outside, and it's late enough where when I'm coming back in, I'm pretty much getting ready to crawl upstairs and to go to bed. And I come in, I shut the door, and Andy becomes animated. He jumps up and he runs over to this bookshelf, and he hops up on his hind legs. He has his forepaws on the shelf, and I can see him investigating the books, which is very unusual behavior for Andy. And I go over and just kind of shoo him away. I go, I don't know what you're doing, but it's bedtime. Let's go to sleep. So I go upstairs. I have a loft. I get into bed, and the lights are off. I get my head on my pillow. I tried reading, but I was tired. And now I'm under the covers. Everything is dark. And all of a sudden, I hear this clamorous racket, banging, loud thumping noise. So I spring out of bed, I turn the lights on, look over the edge of the loft, and what do I see but Andy, again on his hindquarters, chucking books over his shoulders, just throwing these these books all over the house. I go, Andy! So I jump down, and I'm not mad at him at all. I know that he's doing some investigative work. And I start helping him take the books down. And behind the books was a little beetle, which at some point had flown in with me going in and out of the house. I imagine it's pitch black outside. My house is now acting like a flame for moths and insects, and a beetle was attracted to the light, buzzed in, and somehow got behind the bookshelves here, and must have been making some buzzing noises that caught Andy's attention. And he's such a good boy. Uh, he went and found that beetle. And the reason I'm telling all of this is purely for the entertainment value, the visual of a cat throwing books over his shoulders. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. That's my cat story for you. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you would like, and take care.